back in the circle in NC2A regionals. She missed out with an injury.
Playing at Oregon, but unable to go in the postseason because of an eye infection. So it became quite serious.
Yes, it was very life-threatening, and so I know she's happy to be back on the mound and having her professional debut.
And there is your lineup. Riley Boone leading things off, and look out for Tiare Jennings. She has half of her team's RBIs, home runs, couple of home runs, and hitting .500 for the series.
Yeah, and Tiare Jennings, just the heartbeat of this team, the emotional heartbeat, the talent, the physical. One of the athletes that was protected when they went to the expansion draft, so it just shows how valuable she is.
That is hit solidly into left field. And Riley Boone, who had one of the best catches I've ever seen out in right field yesterday, leads off with a single. Riley has gotten on base all 3 times in all 3 games to lead off the game.
And I have to tell you, Riley Boone is becoming one of my little favorite leadoffs. So much energy, a little spark plug. Out of the 3 games, first 2 games, swinging first pitch, but just getting it done in the leadoff position.
Yeah, getting on base, has 3 hits now in this series, and a threat to steal as well. And she's dancing around a little bit. Danica Coffey DPing and hitting in the second slot today. It is oppressively hot here, in case you're wondering. About 95-ish, but the humidity is about 4 million. And there are thunderstorms in the vicinity, but so far so good. And hoping to get this one in, but on the field, it's pretty brutal. And Lindsey Grine gets the first strikeout of her professional career.
And Lindsey Grine, what you'll see from her, she'll go to that rise, she'll go to her screw, especially the left-handed hitters. And here you see that rise on the outer half, and she gets a Danica Coffey swinging.
And now Amina Vega, and boy, she has been a breath of fresh air, the rookie out of Duke. Doing damage in the field, was out in left field for the first game, playing third base for the second straight game tonight for the series. 3 for 6, 4 runs driven in, and a 3-run home run yesterday.
Yeah, and just a clutch hitter. You know, when you think about her at Duke, she is a staple in their lineup, was a staple in their lineup, and always consistent, always steady.
That's out of play. So Lindsey Grine, who started her collegiate career at Virginia Tech, finished up at Oregon, and this is her arsenal.
Yeah, she's got that rise, so 63% of the time, that's her go-to. She has a drop. She has a little bit of an off-speed and change, kind of the same, but uses them not as much as her rise.
That's hit over to the shortstop, Sid Romero. They get the lead runner, but couldn't turn 2, so Boone is out at second. And Vega reaches on the fielder's choice, and here comes Tiare Jennings. 6 of her team's 12 runs driven in this series. Play just down the road at Oklahoma in Norman. We're in North Oklahoma City here. Wow, Lindsey Grine going right after her.
Going right at her, and that's what Lindsey Grine does so well. She's a power pitcher. She'll come right at you. If I'm a hitter, you know, I am going to swing aggressively early in the count, knowing that she's coming right at me.
Ooh. That's a pretty good swing. And here's a couple of really good swings. Her 2 home runs this week.
Tiare Jennings just gets extended. She can pull a pitch. She can go with the pitch. It's just really hard to throw to a Tiare Jennings. And she has shown why she is one of the Bolt's top hitters.
Grand slam in game 1, a solo shot yesterday. Down 0-2. Delaney Wiz behind the plate, doing the catching for Oklahoma City. And no one in the history of the Women's College World Series drove in more runs than Tiare, and that is really something to be proud of. That's saying something, because that's the best of the best. And it also tells you that Oklahoma, when she was there, was every year.
Yes, yes, a 4-time national champion, and just what she's been able to do as an athlete at Oklahoma and continue to carry that over here in the Pro League has just been second to none, and continues to be a rising star.
1-2, Vega takes off. Wiz with the throw down is a one bouncer, and Mina Vega has herself a stolen base.
And yesterday's game, Riley Boone, and just a dynamic leadoff hitter.
So here we go. Binford facing Maya Brady. And she didn't wait 1 millisecond before she got the solid single. Unbelievable.
Maya Brady, we need to know what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
She's the best athlete in her family.
She is definitely the best athlete in her family, no doubt about it. I mean, just continues to get it done. This is a drop-in, first pitch swinging, runner on first for the Spark.
So in her career in this league, which was 6 games last year and the first game this year, she is 16 for 24. And now Sydney Romero comes up. 16 for 24 is .667 batting average.
Man.
So 2/3 of the time she's getting a hit. Romero got under it. Playable at second for her sister Sierra for the first out.
And the sister-on-sister crime. Seems like she's hit to Sierra.
Yeah, they're finding each other, aren't they?
Yep.
And here's the other Sid, Sydney Sherrill, who gets a nice round of applause because she is from Moore, Oklahoma, which is south of here and just north of Norman. Played her college ball at Florida State, where she won a national championship. And we have Sydney Sherrill mic'd up today. Sherrill sends one to deep left center field, but not quite deep enough. Lassiter able to grab it. Looked pretty good coming off the bat, but this air too is nice and heavy, and the wind isn't blowing out that way today like it has the first 2 days.
Yeah, it's been pretty thick, but that is a solid AB, being a hard out for Sydney Sherrill.
Cleanup hitter Bubba Nichols Camarena trying to do something with 2 outs after Brady's leadoff single on the very first pitch of the game. Binford has gotten 2 quick outs since. Bubba hit a solo home run yesterday. Made some nice plays out in left field and brings a lot of, she's got a lot of panache, you know? She's got a lot of something going on.
Yeah, just the sound bites that we had of her and Maya Brady out in center field of just talking about how much fun they're having, and that's what it's all about. You know, one of the best advice that I've always gotten from Lisa Fernandez is play as long as you can, and these two just taking being a pro and taking it seriously and having a lot of fun as well.
On the line, but honestly, I was just trying to have my pitchers back as much as possible because she was working really hard up there.
Yeah, and let's talk about the celebration. Can you show us that Heisman pose again? Like, just a little. What came to mind? Was that prepared? Was that instinct? What happened?
No, I literally just, it was on command with Jade up. Literally, Jay was doing it with me.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nicole. And Riley Boone also, shall we say, full of personality.
Absolutely. It was the Heisman pose that got me yesterday, because that catch, you know, I think is going to live in our memories for quite some time. I think what stood out is the amount of ground she was covering and how fast she was moving.
Absolutely spectacular. I think it might be the best catch I've ever seen in softball, certainly in person.
It's up there.
All right, Aaliyah Binford, who is pitching and hitting, and shows that she can do both. Grace Jenkins going to track it down, but not before Binford gets herself a leadoff double to start the second.
Just Aaliyah Binford, so valuable as a two-way player. She gets it done in the circle, but being able to lead off the top of the second with the double, this is a rise in, keeps her hands inside, and she is standing up on second base.
Binford, in her second year in the league, played with the Blaze last year. Now Jayla Lassiter, pardon me, steps in, hitting 6th. Rookie out of LSU. RBI single and a stolen base yesterday. Gets the bunt down. Jessie Warren is an elite third baseman. They're able to get the speedy Lassiter, but the bunt sends Binford over to third.
And that is just quality. Putting down the bunt, moving a runner. I think in our college game, I'm not seeing the bunt being put down enough in these types of situations, especially facing a great pitcher like Lindsey Grine. And so, productive out from Lassiter.
Yeah, the short game certainly is something that is kind of disappearing. We've seen it obviously in softball, the power numbers. Was it Megan Grant who hit a home run about 4,000 feet yesterday, had what, 42 this year for UCLA in her senior season and now playing in the AUSL. Rachel Garcia, who was the starting pitcher in game 1 on Tuesday night, playing first base today, had a little relief stint in yesterday's game 2 win. Lindsey Grine in the circle, a great story. Had to be shut down during the college season from Oregon because of an eye infection. Garcia sends it into right field, charging Jenkins. It plops in front, and that is an RBI single for Garcia. Binford plates the first run of the night.
And that just all goes back to that Jayla Lassiter bunt, just being able to move Binford up 60 feet. Not a lot of speed with Binford, so for Rachel Garcia to get that hit in there in right field, the Volts are up by 1 run.
So Garcia gets her first RBI of the season. And the team that has scored first in this series has gone on to win each of the respective games. Oklahoma City won in a run roll 13-5 on Tuesday, and last night it was Texas taking it 8-5. 10 home runs have been hit between the two teams in this series. Here's the veteran Sierra Romero, sends it out of play. Sierra still looking for her first hit of the season. Gets away from Wiz, and that gives a free base to Garcia.
Yeah, Sierra Romero just trying to get a feel. Again, it's the beginning of the season blues, just trying to get a feel for her swing. She's had a couple of Ks, but she's been going down swinging. She's had some good ABs, but just trying to get bat on ball and squaring up to the ball and getting on time.
And that is an iPhone camera in the dugout. You get a look at Michaela Edenfield. Romero sends it down the right field line, and it harmlessly lands in the grass. But it's amazing, right? An iPhone.
Yes. We've got insights in the dugout. See Edenfield.
Crystal clear video. There's
the cheers.
Michaela. Always involved.
Hey, girl.
And, yep, still doing the makeup thing. Now that she's a pro, has continued that tradition that started at Florida State. sky high to second base. And Sydney Sherrill grabs it for the second out. Now Jaden Goodwin, the number 9 hitter.
Jaden Goodwin has been a good replacement. She's come in and replaced Amanda Lorenz, knowing that Amanda Lorenz is expecting her first child. But Kat Osterman, GM Kat Osterman, excited with Goodwin. She brings some speed to this Volt lineup.
And Amanda Lorenz will not play this year. They're also waiting for some other players to come back. Deja Mulipola in Japan right now. Ali Carta as well. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter just had her 3rd kid. Jesse Warren, just a superlative 3rd baseman. Pops it up, and the other 3rd baseman, Anita Vega, nothing. Also a terrific 3rd baseman, I should say, grabs it for the first out.
And Amina Vega, I mean, just some of the plays that she was making yesterday. But what impresses me the most is the versatility. You know, we talk a lot about the power game, but Amina Vega just being able to play left field first night. She can play second base at Duke. You can literally put her anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a lot to be said about, you know, the young athletes these days is learn all of the positions. It makes you that much more valuable, and you never skip a beat.
Delaney Wiz doing the catching for Oklahoma City. Hanson McKenzie on the inactive list. Spark had to scramble a little bit to figure out their catching rotation. And Wiz is another one of those players, right, who has that versatility.
Yes. And when she came into UCLA, primarily played the corners, and then they asked her to catch. She's played a little bit of outfield as well. But coming into this season, GM Kirk Walker asked her, hey, we need to get you to get some reps, knowing that Kinsey Hanson McKenzie was going out.
Wiz waited on that. 47-mile-an-hour changeup. And there he is, the brains of the operation, eh? Kirk Walker,
Yes.
the GM.
That's my yoga right there. He's got all the answers. He is a walking encyclopedia. Just knows so much about this game and has been around it for so long and knows it from playing, has played men's fast pitch and also on the coaching side. He coached at Oregon State and went on to coach at UCLA.
OKC Spark making their AUSL debut this year. Franchise has been around since 23 in different leagues and iterations. An independent franchise last year, and joining Portland as one of the 2 expansion teams this season. Amber Flores, in her 4th year in charge of the Spark, is the head coach. Here's Vega. Throwing out Wiz. So after the leadoff single by Maya Brady on Binford's very first pitch of the game, she is now set down 5 in a row. Here's Amber.
Here she is, and GM Kirk Walker just says that she is a player's coach. She is a people person. She can relate with the athletes herself.
Haley Lee gets her first hit of the season. Struck out 4 times in game 1, almost hit a home run yesterday, but that's got to be, it's a big weight off her shoulders.
That's got to feel so good. And when you are not seeing the ball and you're not getting it done, it's trying to have those mini wins. Yesterday she had a hard hit, but today a hard hit that gets through. And Haley Lee standing up on first.
Second hit of the game for OKC. Number 8 hitter Amari Harper playing first base. Rookie out of Oregon, who was handed her golden ticket by the one and only Natasha Watley, right? Earlier this, during the college season.
Yes, so much fun. It's my favorite thing to see the reaction of all the athletes when they receive that golden ticket.
Which means that they will be drafted and have been drafted into the AUSL. Inside, and it got a piece of her. So after retiring the first 2 of the inning, a Lee single, and now Harper's hit by a pitch.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8,
And this is a drop in that gets away from Binford. And then just gets that back elbow from Harper.
Conference now. Binford showing a little bit of just snapping the ball in her glove, I should say. Josh, is that Josh Trevino?
That's assistant coach Josh Trevino, the pitching coach, and also works well with Coach Woodard, or works with Coach Woodard at Texas State, and coming out to calm Binford down and just ease her mind a little bit.
Yeah, you can see a little friendly exchange, a little fist bump with Edenfield, the catcher. Yep, head coach Ricky Woodard is the head coach at Texas State, and Josh Trevino, the last 4 years, has been her pitching coach there. And here they are coaching. There's Elisa Gohler. She did some stuff in college ball.
She just got announced as an assistant at Texas State as well, so she'll be joining them, moving to Texas.
Graduated from Georgia 16 years ago.
Took her out of her comfort zone.
So Bryan faced the entire lineup. A 1-run coming on Garcia's RBI single in the last inning. And Maya Johnson, the National Pitcher of the Year last year as a senior at Belmont, led the team to 2 straight NCAA tournaments, and there you see, led the country in ERA, .75. Also strikeouts, right?
Just also strikeouts as well, and just incredible what she's been able to do, and coming from a mid-major, and I know that that's been one of the things that she's talked about is, hey, you know, I stayed at a mid-major and still was able to get my education and get things done.
She's going for her doctorate in nursing practitioner, registered nurse. You know, great scholar athlete too, and she could pitch a little bit, striking out Boone, looking. And we have Sierra Romero in the chair. She joins us. Let's talk a little softball. First off, thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Sierra, so one of the veterans on this Texas team, a lot of new faces, certainly from last year. What's it, I know it's early in the season, what's the vibe like for you guys?
The vibes have been good, honestly, ever since spring training. You know, we get after it, we get along really well. Like you said, it went from like a very vet team to more of like a rookie team, and it's been a lot of fun.
Sarah, I love watching you and your sister compete against each other. What is it like playing against her?
It's always fun. It's fun too now because it's like not as competitive as it once was. If anything, it's a little bit more like just proud. So it's like fun to watch her do her thing, knowing how hard she trains and vice versa. Like it's just really cool.
Just talk about this year, going from last year to this year. What have been some big differences going on with the Bolts?
I feel like the biggest thing is just we have a lot of change. So, you know, I think we just really realized how important it was for us to, you know, just make sure we communicate and be together as a team, because you only have like 10 days in spring training. So you're really trying to figure it out and make it all click really quick. So just trying to be on top of that.
Another strikeout from Maya Johnson, and she gets Danica Coffey on an outside curveball.
Yeah, Maya Johnson pitched opening day, a kid out of college, and she did pretty well. What was your perspective when you had to face her?
She's a great pitcher. I love how she was attacking every single hitter. She wasn't pitching scared. You know, I think that's like a big thing for rookies in the league. They come off maybe a little bit more timid or scared to throw certain pitches, especially with a wider strike zone here. So them just getting comfortable, I think, is usually what takes a little while. But, I mean, she felt and seemed right at home when I was facing her.
And there's a base hit.
Okay, so Sierra, this is your fifth year as a pro. What are the things that you're working on? What are you trying to get better at? You're good at everything, but what are you improving on?
I mean, hitting is such like a frustrating thing because it doesn't matter sometimes how good you feel like you're.
And just so in tune. It's just effortless. Effortless, the way that she approaches her at-bats, her pitch selection. She's so disciplined. And when she swings it hard. And Maya Brady standing on second with a double.
Now 17 for 25 in her AUSL career. So that, I think it's 670 is her, so it just keeps climbing. Couple scuffled a little, but not what we're used to seeing from her.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic performance that we saw first night from Rachel Garcia, and yesterday coming into relief, and Maya Brady hitting a home run off of her. And so today it's just about coming in and finding and settling in and working with her catcher, Michaela Eddingfield. And we're learning that Michaela Eddingfield is calling the game for her in the past couple of games.
Gets the runner over. And then the ball gets away from Binford.
And that's an error on Aaliyah Binford, and that looks like that just gets away from her. And again, we talked about the defense not being able to pick up Rachel Garcia. And this is a ball hit to Romero, and on that stretch, looks like Aaliyah Binford doesn't stretch to her right. She stretches straight. That ball takes her a little bit to the right, and so runner on second.
Great pick over there at third by Amina Vega, who has been tremendous. So she robs Cheryl of a base hit.
First baseman number 4, Aaliyah Binford.
Binford, who is now playing first base, lines one foul down the first base line. Binford facing Maya Johnson.
Just aggressive swings from Aaliyah Binford. First pitch swinging, second pitch swinging. Yesterday she had that home run coming off the bench in a pinch hit situation. Just one of the few two-way hitters that we have in our game. Aaliyah Binford, Rachel Garcia. I love how the Wolves can interchange them. We see now Aaliyah Binford playing first and Rachel Garcia comes in. You don't skip a beat. They both can hit for themselves.
Yeah, Binford with the pinch hit home run yesterday, and that is smoke down the left field line. Binford running hard out of the box, and she slides in safely. Very aggressive base running, and Binford is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles.
Yes. And just seeing it, I mean, she is hitting lasers right now. Again, not a ton of speed out of the box, but when she gets out of the box, she's already thinking 2, doesn't even hesitate. And she gets in there, standing on second double of the day.
Second time she's led off an inning with a double. Did that back in the second inning and came in on Rachel Garcia's RBI single. Jayla Lassiter had the sac bunt that got the runner over. Show and bunt again.
And I just like that decision just moving Binford up 60 feet. It's the small ball, a small game, the details, a part of the game that I think that we just don't do enough of these days.
Johnson ahead of Lassiter 1 and 2. Just got a piece of it.
And that's Maya Johnson's screwball. You'll see that tailing away from righties. She'll go, that's her go-to. It breaks away from righties.
Maya Johnson threw 88 pitches in that complete game win. Only had to pitch 6 innings because her team run ruled, winning 13-5. Scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th to get the run rule. Johnson can't get it. Sid Romero able to throw out Lassiter. Binford gets over to third. And that sets up Garcia in another RBI situation, delivered in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, and although Lassiter not squaring the bunt, that's an effective out right there, productive out, moving Binford 60 feet up.
Three of the 4 innings in this game, the Volts have gotten the leadoff runner on. They've done it 8 times in the last 2 games, winning yesterday.
And last year, Rachel Garcia didn't get a lot of ABs, and you know her forte, she's another two-way player, her and Binford. And so just when you take that away from a two-way player, when they're used to hitting, Rachel Garcia is a pure competitor, so loves the ability to get some more ABs this year.
Garcia draws the walk. And here's Sierra Romero, who we just spoke to in the last inning. And another, here's a visit now for Maya Johnson out in the circle. Courtney Oliver Elkins is the pitching coach out there to chat.
Just coming out to calm her down a little bit after getting behind on Rachel Garcia. But lots of options here. You can have your middles stay back, play for that double play. You've got Sierra Romero, so good double play potential with getting Rachel Garcia and Sierra Romero.
Delaney Wiz having a conversation with Sydney Romero and Maya Johnson before she heads back behind the plate. Romero 0 for 6 this weekend, or this week. It's always a weekend when you're playing softball, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Looking for her first hit of the season. It's handled over at first by Harper.
They're ruling that a foul ball.
Yep. So everybody comes back and starts over.
But Sierra talking about this being her 5th season, her 5th year, and still trying to figure out hitting and figure out all the pieces and trying to remain patient.
She's down 0-2.
That was close.
Yes.
And that's that screw that's just, it's so tough for those righties, the way that it breaks away from them.
Romero sends one that Jenkins handles. The tag, and Binford comes in to score. Romero with the RBI on the sac fly.
And that's how it begins. It's those mini wins. It's staying with it. And, you know, Sierra Romero saying, hey, I'm just trying to stay patient. But that is a productive piece of hitting right there. And that gets the Volts up 2-1.
Yep, good contact as well. And now the number 9 hitter, Jaden Goodwin, who flew out against departed starter Lindsey Grine. Sydney Romero goes the short way, flips it to Cheryl to end the inning.
They're sticking it through.
And a defensive change. Jackie Liss is now playing first base for the Volts, and Binford slides into the DP spot. Wiz sends one just shy of the track, handled easily by Boone. Out on one pitch.
And what Rachel Garcia does so well, she's got all the tools. She's got her rise and her curve. Those are her main go-tos. And she'll also go to her off drop that she uses as an off speed. What was getting her in trouble on the first day was just hanging her rise ball. So that's going to be an important key for her today.
Haley Lee got her first hit of the season in her last at bat. Single back in the second. Lee won a national championship in her one and only year at Oklahoma in 2023 after being at A&M.
And that's what Haley Lee was having a little bit of trouble with, was timing and getting her rhythm back. Last at bat, finally finding it, but off of a Rachel Garcia, again, just trying to make sure she's tracking that ball, not getting too ahead of herself.
And a 3-1 pitch on the way to Lee. Popped in at 69 miles an hour. Garcia gets Lee again. Lee struck out all 4 times in game 1. Garcia got her then and got her now.
Yeah, just what a beautiful mix. Rachel Garcia starting off with that rise. She came in with that backdoor curve to try to jam up Haley Lee, but finishes her off with that off drop, that off speed. A beautiful sequence from Rachel Garcia. And Edenfield.
Yes, Edenfield calling pitches today, which is something that wasn't happening at the beginning of this series.
I just think it's so important at this level. These are pros, and especially a battery. You are working together. You are in cahoots, and you both have a feeling. Your catcher's seeing something, your pitcher's seeing something. So for Edenfield to have that good relationship and build that good rapport with Rachel Garcia is so important. And then being on the same page has a lot of speed, so it makes that an easy play.
Danica Coffey has struck out twice today, once against the starter Lindsey Grine, and Maya Johnson got her looking. Maya coming in to start the 3rd inning. The game 1 winning pitcher. This is actually Jackie Liss, who came in to play first base.
Jackie Liss, another one of the provisional picks for the Volts. And just Kat Osterman liking her versatility defensively. She comes in to play first. She can play some outfield. A big bat for them as well.
Backhanded and not handled cleanly by Jessie Warren, which is definitely an anomaly. We'll see how they score it.
And just Jessie Warren just playing off of the line just a tad a little bit. But you can see on this play, she tries to go from the ground up and just very uncharacteristic from Jessie Warren.
And Warren charged with an error. And that is the first error for the Spark in this series. Mina Vega has been a real tough out. Reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base, and then hit a single. Vega, the rookie out of Duke, joined the Volts from the reserve athlete pool. Seen quite a few of those players early on in the season. As some players are coming back from overseas, dealing with some physical or medical issues. And they're producing. I mean, this is Exhibit A right here and what Vega's doing.
Right, and that's the thing that you have to think about. Some of these reserve pool athletes that are coming in and really, you know, setting it off and setting the tone for the Volts. And when those other athletes come back, those other athletes will take their roster spots.
And a great opportunity for these reserve players, right, to show not just this team, but every team in the league their value to get a shot later on.
Right. And if this year isn't the opportunity, they're definitely making a case for themselves and setting themselves up to get signed in future years to come.
Full count on the way. And that skips under the glove of Harper at first. And they are sending Jackie Liss, who scores all the way from first. Amina Vega from that reserve pool with the RBI triple.
And man, she is so hot right now. And I mean, she has been the energy for the Volts, and just fresh energy, young energy. And I just love the way she swings it. She has great pitch selection, and when she puts a swing on it, she rips it and it's got great speed and is standing up on third with the triple.
And with the always dangerous Tiare Jennings coming up to the plate, another visit with Maya Johnson and Delaney Wiz in the circle. Summer of Softball is back for year 2. The AU Pro Shop has all the latest gear to help you rep all 6 AUSL teams in style. Bandits, Blaze, Cascade, Spark, Talons, Volts, they got them all. Go to shopauprosports.com. And also some nice AU branded stuff that you can find.
Yeah, look at everybody sporting their gear.
All the Sparky Sparks, yeah.
I loved it. A woman came and introduced herself to us. But just another power pitcher like we saw Lindsey Grind earlier, but from the left side. She'll go upper 60s. She'll do her curve. She has a rise screw, more upspin.
A terrific career at Duke, taking them to the World Series a couple of years ago. Leah Binford swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. Curd, the third Spark pitcher that we have seen tonight.
Just coming into the series, because we've seen so much offense on both sides, I really think the team to take this series is going to be who gets it done in the circle. And so far, we have seen the Volts just really get it done at the plate, but the Spark, we've seen 3 pitchers so far and haven't been able to catch themselves.
That is sky high for Cheryl, who sticks with it for the second out of the inning. You played shortstop. How do you play those things way up in the sky, especially with the clouds? And
well, definitely someone's got to be calling it at peak flight, and that's exactly what Sydney Sherrill did. But you just got to try to make sure you stay under it, and especially that we've got a little gust of wind here.
We have endured through about a 50-minute or so weather delay that occurred after the top of the first. Jay Lassiter now stepping in. The Bolts bats have indeed come alive, as you mentioned. In game one, they have hit only 180 as a team. Since then, 370. And we've seen the power, the timely hitting. It's been totally different from the first game. And they've also tidied up their defense, which has helped.
That has helped. And I think a big testament to that is that they've been swinging early in the count. They've just been aggressive. They've been the aggressor all game.
Bird getting ahead of Lassiter, who is now facing her third pitcher of the game. Brady playing pretty short there in center field. So we look at the defensive alignment. And from 0-2 to a full count for Curd. Jennings over at first. Takes off with the pitch, and now she can slow it all down. Lassiter, after falling behind 0-2 in the count, draws the walk.
And that's just a solid at bat, just continuing to battle, swinging first pitch, getting down 0-2, and then just being able to be patient to draw another walk.
And that brings up Rachel Garcia. Reached base both times today, including an RBI single that brought home the first run in the second inning.
Kurt's got a little zip on it today. That was 68 miles per hour curveball. A lot of late break.
Missing on the 0-2.
Brady, I am going to make this up and in, try to jam you.
Maya 2 for 2 today. A single and a double.
Yes, and intentional in terms of placement, not necessarily.
No, she's not trying to hit her, but yeah, it's a little bit of, I'm going to come inside and how you doing?
Yep.
Here we go.
The game within the game, the fun stuff.
So Garcia and Edenfield for the first time in this series. Edenfield has been calling the pitches. That gets away from Edenfield. Jenkins easily goes into second, which should be a wild pitch.
And it's one of those things, it's, you know, don't let that best hitter beat you. So just try to keep trying to throw it up and in.
And now at 3-0, Garcia calls out Edenfield. And the two hottest hitters this week have been Tiare Jennings for the Volts and Maya Brady for the Spark, and they go way back, and they're good buddies.
They are besties. They are best friends. They grew up with each other, playing with each other on the Bat Busters, and then also playing on the national team as well. But they have just been mirroring each other. First day, both of them hitting grand slams. And then yesterday, both of them hitting home runs. So it's like, hey, best friend, oh, you're going to do that? I got you too. I can do the same thing. Look what I can do. And so a fun little rivalry between the two of them.
Brady, who does a great job drawing walks, does just that. And you mentioned that they have been teammates throughout their career. There they are when they were younger versions of themselves.
On the Bat Busters, and growing up in Southern California, and then winning gold with the USA team.
Two of the very best in the national team pools again. Sydney Romero sends one into shallow center, easily handled by Lassiter for the first out. Remember, softball is returning to the 2028 Olympics because it's in Los Angeles, but the softball will be about 1,400 miles or so east of that.
Yes,
in Oklahoma City.
Yes, I know. It's a hard pill for a lot of us to swallow. But when we put on our softball hats, just in terms of Oklahoma City showing up for softball and filling those stands, how it's going to show on TV and how it's going to appeal for the next Olympics in Brisbane. So that's our hope.
So they will be playing in Devon Park, which is where the Women's College World Series is held, but still, it's a shame they're going to miss out on the experience in LA, the Olympic Village and all the other stuff that goes, being able to go to the other events. You were a two-time Olympian, so you know how that feels.
Yeah, that is honestly the hardest pill to swallow, is that they just won't get that true Olympic experience. And the core memory is being able to walk in the arena on opening ceremonies, going back to the Olympic Village. I have core memory of seeing Michael Phelps with his gold medals coming into the dining hall.
He won a lot of them. Sydney Sherrill up and in. Maya Brady has been on base all 3 times tonight for Oklahoma City, single, double, walk. Her on-base percentage is 78% right now. That's good or something, right?
It's kind of good. I mean, my goodness.
She has been amazing.
Yeah, and those are some tough pitches right there for Rachel Garcia, just trying to get those pitches on the inner half.
Look at that. 3 games, she is 6 for 8, drawing all those other walks. The on-base percentage at 83% actually. 8 RBIs, 2 home runs. Like a one-person wrecking crew, and the bases are loaded now for Bubba Nichols Camarena after the walk to Sherrill. Under the glove of Garcia. Jenkins comes in to score. Brady soon thereafter. A clutch hit for Bubba.
And Bubba Nichols, just another clutch hitter. She moves up in the lineup today in that 4 spot. That's this curve on the outer half, but just takes us right back up the middle.